Which Indian state has the longest coastline? Gujarat. The Constitution of India was adopted on 26th November 1949. Who was the first Indian to win a Nobel Prize? Rabindranath Tagore. The Quit India movement was launched in the year 1942. Who is the author of the book Discovery of India? Jawaharlal Nehru. The first Indian satellite was Aryabhatta. Which Indian state is known as Land of Five Rivers? Punjab. The famous Battle of Plassey was fought in the year 1757. Which city is known as the Silicon Valley of India? Bangalore. Which Indian river is also known as Dakshina Ganga? Godavari. Which Indian state shares its boundary with the most number of states? Uttar Pradesh. In which year was the RBI established? April 1st, 1935. What is the national emblem of India taken from? Lion capital of Ashoka at Sarnath. Where is the headquarters of the United Nations? New York. What state is known as the Spice Garden of India? Kerala. The longest national highway in India is NH44. Who built the Red Fort in Delhi? Shah Jahan. Who was the first female governor of an Indian state? Sarojini Naidu. Which planet is known as the Red Planet? Mars. Which state has the highest number of Lok Sabha seats? Uttar Pradesh. The Bihu festival is celebrated in Assam. Which Indian city is known as the City of Lakes? Udaipur. Which Mughal emperor introduced the Mansabdari system? Akbar. Who is known as the Missile Man of India? APJ Abdul Kalam. Which country shares the longest border with India? Bangladesh. Which is the national aquatic animal of India? Gangetic river dolphin. Where is the headquarters of the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO? Bangalore. Who was the first woman Prime Minister of India? Indira Gandhi. Who was the first Indian to go to space? Rakesh Sharma. Which constitutional article deals with fundamental rights? Article 12 to 35. Who was the first Indian Governor General of Independent India? C. Rajagopalachari. Which Indian sportsperson is known as the Flying Sikh? Milkha Singh. The term bull and bear is associated with stock market. In which state is the Sun Temple at Konark located? Odisha. Which Indian city is known as the Manchester of India? Ahmedabad. When was the Indian National Congress founded? 1885. Which chemical is used for the ripening of fruits? Ethylene. Who is the author of Panchatantra? Vishnu Sharma. Which Veda contains the Gayatri Mantra? Rig Veda. Where is the India's first nuclear power plant located? Tarapur. The Hirakud Dam is built on which river? Mahanadi. Who wrote the Indian national song Vande Mataram? Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Which Indian state is the largest producer of tea? Assam. The Chipko movement is associated with forest conservation. Which is the smallest continent in the world? Australia. Which article of the Constitution deals with emergency provisions? Article 360. The first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal was Karnam Malleshwari. Which river is known as the Sorrow of Bihar? Kosi. Which Mughal ruler was known as Jindafir, living saint? Aurangzeb. Which was the first state formed on linguistic basis in India? Andhra Pradesh.